Greetings, I'm Layert, and welcome to Gods of Semen, a place where spirituality and personal growth join together to change people's lives. Here, I discuss my knowledge and experience with seminal retention, a technique that can help you reach your full potential on all levels: spiritual, mental, and physical. If you already feel like it lacks drive, enthusiasm, or meaning, know that this practice could be the spark that ignites the change you've been longing for. Every episode takes us on a profound trip to inner equilibrium, teaching us how to conserve our essential energy and restore the vitality that defines us as men. Although I promise to answer all of your questions, I will give preference to those who include a thank you over a $5 donation, as this not only helps the channel, but also enables YouTube to spread this life-changing message to more people in need. Stay with me through the entire video to gain insightful knowledge and useful tools that can completely change the way you think and live. Together, let's embark on this journey of self-discovery and development in order to recover the authentic masculinity and achieve a life that is full of vitality, clarity, and purpose. I, Layert, share your strong belief that every habit we form inexorably echoes in our faces, because I really believe that our faces are the most authentic reflection of our inner vitality, which I watch with great attention. Signs that manifest themselves on the skin, lines of expression, and facial contours. I feel an immense responsibility to warn of the impact that dismembered choices exert on our full health, because I firmly believe that excessive alcohol consumption, the habit of smoking, uncontrolled food indulgence, and the use of psychoactive substances not only corrode the energy reserves that support our existence, but also reflect directly and almost poetic in the external appearance, turning the face into a visceral record of excesses that sometimes they move us away from the desired harmony. And by experiencing this reality, I realize that every trace marked by fatigue and exhaustion is not a mere whim of fate, but the direct result of an organism that struggles to replace what was dispersed by negligence. And at the same time, I feel that this perception drives me to adopt a posture of discipline and self-care that transcends mere aesthetic care, revealing a holistic view in which integration between body, mind, and spirit is the foundation for a full and vibrant existence, because I know that the preservation of vital energy manifests unambiguously in every detail of our face, from the brightness of the eyes to the texture of the skin. And this truth inspires me to say with the conviction that moderation is the key to reversing those effects of excesses, transforming physical and emotional wear into an opportunity for rebirth, where each conscious choice becomes a firm step towards restoration of balance. And reflecting on this intimate connection between everyday habits and physical expression, I cannot fail to be thrilled with the clarity of the signs that the body offers us. Because each deep trek, each line of marked expression, and every subtle change in skin color is a powerful reminder that health cannot be neglected. And it is essential that each man assumes responsibility for his own well-being, investing in practices that nourish not only the body, but also the soul. And by focusing on the teachings that ancient experience and wisdom provided me, I feel that the preservation of vital energy, symbolized in semen retention, it presents itself as one of the genuine paths for maintaining a healthy appearance and a vigor that transcends the limitations imposed by excesses. Because the energy we spare the cultivation of self-care habits is directly reflected in the way in brightness of our gaze and in the firmness of our features, creating a virtuous cycle in which personal discipline translates into palpable benefits for health and self-esteem. And this reality moves me deeply because I increasingly realize that the signs of wear physical are, in fact, invitations to an internal transformation where the conscious practice of healthy habits becomes an act of self-love, capable of revealing the effects of an unbalanced lifestyle. And by engaging in this journey of self-knowledge, experimenting with a journey, experiment feeling of renewal that is naturally reflected in my countenance, revealing that the balance between what we eat, what we practice, and what we preserve is the essence for maintaining a vibrant appearance and an energy that drives the realization of all male potential. And by sharing these reflections with you, companions of the Gods of Semen channel. I reaffirm my belief that true transformation is not in following passing fads, but in understanding and honoring the intimate relationship between our daily habits and the expression of our vitality. Because every decision we make, however small, has the power to sculpt not only our face, but also our destiny. And this conviction leads me to claim that the search for a life of balance begins with the perception of the signs that the body emits, which, translated into visible traits, are the concrete manifestation of an organism that cries out. And observing these signs, I feel an urgency to promote a paradigm change, where discipline and self-care becomes fundamental pillars for the construction of an existence marked by health, vigor, and authenticity. And from this perspective, the practice of seminal retention reveals itself not only as an act of moderation, but as a true philosophy of life, which rescues the essence of masculinity and the primordial energy that has been legacy to us by our ancestors. And this philosophy, which integrates millennial knowledge with the discoveries of modern science, inspires me to live with intensity, to continually seek harmony between body, mind, and spirit, and to turn every habit into an opportunity to raise our potential, because I understand that care for the organism is, above all, an act of love and respect for yourself, which translates into every detail of our countenance, revealing a vitality that is, in essence, the true treasure of existence. And by recognizing that each choice, every indulgence, and every daily practice has the power to profoundly influence our health and our appearance, I feel that the responsibility to cultivate habits healthy becomes unavoidable, because it is through this dedication that we can access a welfare dimension that goes beyond visible, permeating every aspect of our lives and turning the ordinary into extraordinary. And it is with this feeling of personal mission that I invite each one. You reflect on your own choices, identify the signs that the body manifests, and adopt a posture of discipline and self-care that reverberates at all levels of being. Because I believe with all my heart that true beauty is the result of harmonious integration between the physical and the spiritual, and that when we take responsibility for our health, we are investing in the construction of a legacy of vitality, strength, and authentic masculinity, capable of transforming not only our appearance, but our way of living. And throughout this trajectory of self, knowledge, and evolution, experience a sense of fullness that is clearly reflected in every trace of my face, revealing the true essence of a life lived with purpose, discipline, and love. And this journey, which unfolds with each habit, every choice, and at each time of self-care, is what drives me to continue, knowing that the preservation of vital energy is the key to transcending the limits imposed by excess and to access a state of health and well-being that ultimately manifests itself as true beauty, the one that goes far beyond superficial aesthetics and that radiates from the essence of a being that lives in complete tune with its deepest nature. And this conviction, which guides me every day, is the driving force that inspires me to share with you, with all sincerity and passion, the teachings that the conscious practice of healthy habits and seminal retention has provided me, allowing me to build a full life of meaning, authenticity, and a vital energy that is reflected not only in my face, but in every aspect of my existence, creating a synergy that transcends time and that, silently, drives us to reach levels of fulfillment and personal development that makes us truly unique and capable of transforming our destiny. And in deepening this analysis, I feel immense gratitude for being able to share these reflections with you, certain that together we can follow a path of transformation and evolution that rescues the true essence of masculinity, honoring the wisdom of the ancients and integrating it with the demands and challenges of the modern world. And thus, with an unshakable conviction, I follow this journey of self-knowledge, where every habit, every practice and conscious choice, if they turn into a powerful instrument of renewal, allowing us to live with intensity, clarity, and an energy that transcends the limits of the visible, revealing that true personal transformation is the result of harmonious integration between body, mind, and spirit, and that, as we take care of ourselves with love, discipline, and respect, we are, in fact, cultivating a health legacy, vitality and beauty that manifests itself in every trace of our countenance, serving as inspiration for every man to recognize and valuing the intrinsic connection between your daily habits and the energy that makes it unique. And this is the truth that pulsates in my heart, a truth that drives me to live with authenticity and to share, with all the fervor that characterizes me, the benefits transformers of conscious and disciplined practice, knowing that, every day, by honoring my body and my essence, I am
contributing to the construction of a future where integral health and true masculinity come together in a harmonious dance, revealing power residing in each of us and boosting us to achieve extraordinary levels of personal and spiritual fulfillment. The first step toward the spiritual and personal change you've always desired is about to happen. My new book, Alchemy of the Gods, can help you uncover the secrets of spiritual freedom, the energy of crystalline oil, and the mysteries of Kundalini, offering useful ideas and tried and true methods to unlock a full existence. This work was written for men who wish to awaken a new dimension of self-knowledge and evolution. It is available in physical, digital, and audiobook formats. This book is the secret to reviving your life force and transforming every part of you if you feel that you lack the drive, energy, and clarity to handle daily obstacles. To guarantee your copy and begin this transformational adventure, click the link in the description or visit the fixed comment. First of all, though, I have something new that you might not have anticipated. I provide the Semen Retention Success Path audiobook, which covers the 6 main issues of seminal retention in over 2 hours of exclusive content. This content is the ultimate secret to regaining your attention, releasing your essential energy, and experiencing long-lasting personal development. Additionally, when you buy this audiobook, you will receive a special 30% discount on the 20-page ebook, The Art of Semen Retention for Men, which contains sophisticated strategies to improve your spiritual development, find your purpose, and balance your emotions. Of life that truly has an impact. Become a member of the channel and join me, Layert, to receive exclusive YouTube privileges like priority answers, early access to content, and many more that not only keep our channel active, but also help spread these life-changing messages to a wider audience. This involvement is essential if we are to keep exchanging knowledge and advancing the development of every man who aspires to rediscover his true self. Don't pass up this exceptional chance to make an investment in yourself. To guarantee your access to these irresistible deals and begin a life-changing path of self-transformation, click the link in the description and comment section right now. I have reflected deeply on how the intimate habits that many of us consider natural can actually cause devastating and lasting impacts, not only on physical health, but also on the visible expression of our vitality. Because over the years, I have learned that frequent practice masturbation and consequent loss of semen represent an invaluable waste of energy that, if spared, could be channeled to strengthen each cell of our being, transforming not only the appearance of our face, but also the essence of our inner vigor. And this perception touched me personally, arousing in me the conviction that control over this energy is one of the greatest taxes we can offer ourselves, especially to us, men who, with courage and discipline, seek to transcend the impulses that move us away from a life of equilibrium and full health. Because each time I observe the subtle signs of exhaustion that are reflected in the mirror, from the opacity of the skin to the faded brightness of the gaze, I feel that it is the visible manifestation of a body overloaded by constant replacement of the essential substances that we have compulsively lost. And, in this journey of self-knowledge, I learned that the uncontrolled release of semen is not just an impulsive act, but a process that exhausts the vital energy that could be redirected to cell regeneration and strengthening from our potential, which made me understand that the conscious practice of retention is, in fact, a path of rescue and personal transformation. Because in retaining this energy, I allow my body and my mind to align with a symphony of balance and vigor that is impressively reflected in the luminosity of my features and the firmness of my expression. And this experience inspires me to share with each companion of the Gods of Semen channel that when we choose to honor our energy, we are not only preserving a vital resource, but also cultivating a discipline that transcends mere self-control, becoming a true ritual of self-care and respect for our own essence. Since historical studies and modern scientific evidence converge to claim that semen is a fluid of invaluable value, capable of feeding not only our body, but also our mind and spirit. And this understanding led me to embrace a philosophy of life where retention becomes the key to unlocking potential, that when directed with wisdom, becomes converted to strength, creativity, and self-confidence. Reflecting directly on the clarity of my thoughts and the intensity of my gaze, and observing the reports of numerous men who opted for this path, I realized that transformation is not limited to aesthetics, but it extends to all spheres of being, promoting a renewal that encompasses from the hormonal balance to the regeneration of cells. And this harmonious integration between the physical and the spiritual is what drives me to live with a high purpose, where each act of self-control is celebrated as an investment in the future. A future where the waste of energy gives way to a vitality that manifests itself in each gesture, in every decision made consciously. And by deepening this practice, I realize that the body's effort to replenish compulsively lost nutrients and hormones ends up generating wear that translates into signs of premature aging and a loss of brightness and firmness in facial traits, which convinced me that moderation is indispensable to maintain not only health, but also the integrity of our being. And by integrating this discipline into my routine, I experience a sense of renewal that allows me to face everyday challenges with a redoubled energy, demonstrating that control over semen release is actually a one act of self, love, respect for our inheritance, and recognition of the value of each drop that makes up this sacred fluid. And thus I feel that every moment of abstinence becomes a firm step towards a life of excellence, where waste it is no longer the norm and preservation becomes the path to the true expression of masculinity. And this truth, which was revealed to years of study and personal experience, is what inspires me to lead the Gods of Semen channel, with the conviction that each man, in assuming control over his vital energy, is investing in the construction of a health legacy, vigor, and authenticity. Because the practice of retention is not just an act of denial, but a celebration of our ability to turning harmful habits into growth opportunities. And this transformation is almost magically reflected in the clarity of our gaze, the solidity of our traits, and the intensity with which we face life, making each conscious choice a manifesto of that we are able to transcend the limits imposed by a culture that values the ephemeral and the passenger. And, in this incessant search for self-knowledge, I realize that the spared energy is the fuel that feeds our creativity, our strength, and our determination, allowing may each challenge be faced with a resilience that transforms wear into power. And this perception leads me to state with all the conviction that I have that semen retention is undoubtedly one of the most revolutionary practices for those who want to rescue the true essence of masculinity. Because when preserving this vital resource, we are capable of redirecting the energy that would otherwise be dissipated in habits that run our potential. And this paradigm change which manifests itself in every aspect of my being, is the living testimony that self-control becomes the master key to unlocking a future full of possibilities, where health, vitality, and self-confidence join a harmony that transcends the visible, revealing that true beauty is intrinsically linked to the balance between that we are and what we choose to preserve. And by delivering myself completely to this journey, I feel an immense responsibility to inspire each man to join me in this search for excellence, understanding that each act of retention is a tribute to our ability to evolve, transform the ordinary into extraordinary, and to build an existence marked by clarity, discipline, and vigor that challenges time. And thus, each decision made consciously becomes a manifesto of self, love, courage, and a determination that drives us to conquer our dreams and to walk a path of self-transformation, where waste is replaced by preservation, and every spared drop becomes pure energy, capable of invigorating our body, illuminating our mind, and strengthening our essence. And this journey, which I travel with a heart full of gratitude and with the conviction that true transformation lies in the ability to dominate our impulses, is what allows me to affirm with all certainty that the conscious practice of semen retention is the greatest gift that we can offer ourselves. Because by honoring this energy, we are not only cultivating a rejuvenated appearance, but also rescuing the true essence of our existence, turning each challenge into an opportunity for rebirth and each act of discipline into a firm step towards a life of full realization. And in this continuous flow of self-knowledge, I find that the energy we save becomes the link that connects the past to modernity, integrating ancestral wisdom with the evidence of contemporary science. And this integration, which manifests itself in every cell of our being, it is the unquestionable proof that we are able to rewrite our history, to transform the habits that lead us to wear into inexhaustible sources of vitality. And thus, with each decision made with self-control, I feel that I am not only taking care of my
body, but also honoring my essence, reaffirming the conviction that true male strength lies in the ability to preserve the most sacred in us. And each experience lived on this journey translates into a deep lesson on the importance of balance, moderation, and respect for the vital energy that defines us. And thus, every word I share is an invitation for every man to join me in building a future where waste gives way to preservation, where discipline becomes the pillar of our evolution, and where the true expression of masculinity reveals itself in its most authentic form, never submitting to the impulses that move us away from our true essence. And when looking into the mirror, I see reflected to living proof that each drop spared is the materialization of a transforming force that transcends the visible, illuminating the way to an existence marked by health, clarity, and vigor that unshakably makes us the true architects of our destiny. Have you ever recognized that every sign of fatigue on your face might be interpreted as a quiet cry of bad behaviors that deplete your vitality? What if you could awaken the vigor that has always lain dormant inside you by transforming these indications of wear into a fresh source of strength, clarity, and purpose? Every second wasted on decisions that limit its potential is a call for an immediate change, and the moment to take action is now. The first step to changing your life and rediscovering your inner strength is to like, subscribe to the channel, and watch the suggested video if you believe you deserve greater vitality and are prepared to rewrite your tale.